Hey guys, Kevin Downey from Kevin M. Downey. Thanks so much for taking the time today. Really appreciate it. This video, continuing our series on AI in business and how to use it. This particular topic, I want to talk about research reports in the research mode, specifically within Claude, just because I'm very partial to Anthropic's Claude, and how you use it and its power and the kinds of things you can get out of it. Because I think, again, AI at its core is a thought partner, right? It can work as a mechanical Turk. It can do all kinds of things really, really fast and very accurate. Obviously, dead accurate in most cases. Graphic design being the one thing, it makes some mistakes sometimes. Copywriting a little bit. It might exaggerate with copywriting sometimes. The only mistakes I've really seen Claude make on a standalone use case is graphic design. Graphically, it does make some mistakes, and you have to have it correct itself, right? But beyond that, as far as information and pumping that out in language, it's pretty much, I would say it's perfect. Like, it doesn't make mistakes, right? Because it's assembling all kinds of things together. Anyway, research report, one of the underutilized facets of AI and Claude in particular is the research mode. So if you've never done it before, if you're using Claude, first of all, I suggest you turn memory on, right? You should have a pro plan or a max plan because you want to use this thing like crazy, especially if you're a business owner. As a thought partner, it's going to blow you away. But when you want to get reports done, research, right? Research report as an example in this case. How do you go about doing that? Well, first of all, you got to remember you want to be specific on what you want, right? So in this case, I'm talking about AI, but that's not why it knows more because it did the research on the outside. So it went out in research mode. So when you do something, right, right here you can see you turn on what's called research mode. Right there at the bottom of the screen, you can see it. So web search is normal. Research is where it goes out and gets all kinds of sources and pulls them in. And usually it's about 100 per minute. So in other words, when I had it run this report, on its own, it went out and sourced, it was about 600 sources and it took about 6 minutes. Now, when utilizing it to do research on specific web pages, it takes about that long. It takes about a minute per web page to do the research that it needs to do. Okay. So I asked it, I said, Claude, I am looking for a deep research report on the state of AI adoption and implementation in business, organized by company size. Number of employees is fine. I do things more in number of employees than by revenue, mostly because that's how we build prospect lists for ourselves and for clients. But also curious on the departments when companies that are implementing AI the most as of now and how. Please give numerous specific examples and one or two with a great amount of detail if possible. Then I would like to know how many companies have hired or plan to hire full-time AI specialists, also based on company size. Finally, I would like to know where AI is headed in the future within the scope of business implementation. So the purpose of reading that to you is to show you that is the kind of way that you want to interact with AI. Claude, right? I love Claude. I think it's awesome. It obviously. And you got to go deep with it. And you got to be specific. You can't just say, hey, run me a research report on AI in business. You're not going to get the same kind of thing. I'm not going to get what I want out of it. I want to be specific. So this kind of detail in that request is important. It's one of the things you got to understand about using AI. Okay. So I created a document and I said, hey, I want it as a PDF the way we've designed some of our other PDFs because it's done a really good job designing the PDFs, right? A nice cover page, yada, yada, all that stuff. And here's what you get. So this is a research report that took 6 minutes on research. And then I think the PDF, it took about 3-4 minutes for the PDF to kick out. So this is a completely, I did not edit this one iota. This is full-blown research by AI on the topic of AI, but really doesn't enhance it at all, to be honest with you, because it's going to outside sources for all the information anyway, right? It's in it, and it's catalog, if you will. And that's a different topic for a different day. But right, this is so you get an executive summary, AI adoption by company size, departments implementing AI the most, right? Hiring AI specialists by company size, where AI is headed, 2026 to 2030, in conclusion, the discipline gap. So it did exactly what I asked it to do, but I had to ask it I had to tell it what I wanted. And that is, again, the big picture, and you can do research in anything. Like I've done all kinds of different research for clients, done research for us, Just research to play around with Claude, see what it would do, right? How far can it go? What do I need to prod it with? What do I need to give it? Just absolutely amazing. So in other words, instead of having to pay someone to go out, I guess in this case it went to 415 sources. So it took about 5 minutes, I think. It's about 100 sources a minute typically. What you want to remember is it's a thought partner. Think of AI as a thought partner. That's what it is. That's what it does, right? And you can make it do all kinds of things. It can help you with all kinds of things in terms of research and using it as a mechanical Turk to go through a spreadsheet and columns and databases and data in your CRM or your accounting system or your account management system, everything and anything. And its power is its ability to be accurate in speed and think at, again, as a thought partner, it's going to beat any individual person, right? It may not beat a team of experts all of the time, right? But it's generally going to beat any individual person. But the more important thing is not that, but that it's immediately available and you don't have to bother or pay anybody else, right? So it's always good to interface with people. It's always good to do meetings and stuff like that. But what AI can do is give you so much head start in everything with research and work and all kinds of accumulation of data that it's just inconvenient to have a human do. It doesn't work. It doesn't work within our schedules. It doesn't work in terms of budgets or time or people or resources. But AI, you're talking about something that costs $20 a month. And its abilities are for every department at every specialty. It's unlimited. It can do almost anything, right? And that is what is so awesome about AI and its use for business. In any case, if you need any help, general AI training, we've got it as part of our AI quarterback program at my agency. Also, we do custom build-outs, implementation and training for companies, whatever you need. You need integrated to connect to some software. You need agentic AI. We can look and see if it's possible, right? Agentic AI is still, obviously, it's all continually moving, but agentic AI use cases in some are realistic and very feasible, and some they are not yet feasible. But all of those things are things we can help with. Visit our website, kevinmdowney.com. Schedule calls in the upper right-hand corner. Appreciate you being here today. Best of luck in business in 26, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.